Hello. Guys, am I audible? Hello? Yeah. So before introducing myself, let me introduce the topic that I'm going to speak about. I'm going to talk about next best action in the telecom industry. So, before I go to the first slide, I would like to quote something which Sean Parker, who was the early entrant of Facebook, had quoted. Sean Parker had said that people have lived in cities, they have lived in towns. Now is the time that they live on the internet. I would go a step ahead and say now people have started living on the internet, and it's enough. Now they'll go and move and live on their mobile devices. So the presentation will pan out like this. I'll first introduce myself, what I do and all. Then I'll take you through the telecom products, how the marketing actually works in telecom, because it's completely different unless you guys have worked in telecom operators as an intern or as a professional. It's pretty much difficult to understand. Next is the challenges that they are facing right now, all the telcos pan-India are facing. And then the solution, which is the next best action, which actually automates everything from what a customer is doing to what he wants and to what channel it has to be delivered. And the last is how we can implement this and certain POCs that we have done. So to introduce myself, I am Milind. I have worked with TCS, IBM, and the last was Vodafone. Before I actually, resigned, and I thought of starting something of my own. And now I've just founded the company called The House. The House actually focuses on enterprise communication problem that large enterprises face. So we are in the private beta, as it was told in my introduction, and we will soon roll out, and we would probably leverage it to the universities as well as B schools as well. So on the right hand side, that's what I've learned so far. I'm an electronics engineer. I have learned Java, PHP, MySQL. So unlike the previous presentation by Rishava, it is going to be quite boring. It's not going to be advertisements. It's not going to be the content. It's not going to be the videos. There's only one video which I would probably play. So be ready, guys. So next, so let me take you to the actual thing. So we all know about telecom industry. I mean, this generation, we have witnessed a phenomena that, that has happened from 2000 till date, and it's growing. It's enormous. The first mobile device was actually, the first mobile call was done in 94 in Kolkata. And since then, the mobile industry has seen around 20 to 25% growth at least every year. So, if we talk about numbers, the numbers are on the top about the telecom facts. We have currently 997 million mobile users, considering GSM plus CDMA. I hope you guys are aware of what CDMA and GSM is. And talking about smartphones, which is bringing most of the usage right now, we have around 240 million smartphones, and this is typically because average selling price for the smartphone is dropping continuously. Last was 250 rupees is what I saw for that Freedom 251 phone. I don't know how useful it was. Next one is the mobile internet users. Right now in India, if you consider the universe of all internet users, 80% of them are mobile internet users. So that makes it around 371 million people, which is pretty huge. Teledensity has increased terrifically. We started from 1% of teledensity. When I say teledensity, is the network density in the area. So if you consider, in totality we have around 80% teledensity across India. In urban areas, it is 152%, which is like more than what is required. But in rural areas, where we have a lot of scope to expand, we have around 49% of rural tele-density. If we talk about money that telecom generates, we give 6.7% contribution to our GDP, which is somewhere around 7.7 lakh crore rupees, which is supposed to be go up as 20 lakh crore rupees by 2019. On the right bottom, there is spread of operators. Unlike other countries like US, UK, or many other European countries, we have anything about 7 to 11 operators. Now, I'm not talking about any mergers which has happened recently, but till then, we have around 7 to 11 operators playing at any given point in time. In US, if you see, there are not more than 5 operators. In UK, there are 5 operators. So this creates an arbitrage where we have lots of competition, and profitability of the entire industry is going down because of this. So we have the topmost player as Airtel, then comes Vodafone, then we have Idea, then Reliance CDMA plus VSM. Then we have Aircel, BSNL, Tata, and others. In others we have Sistana and Videocon and all. So if you talk about products in telecom sector, I believe you guys are all aware. Typically this is if you see the products, there are only 4 revenue streams that telecom has. One is voice, that's the outgoing call that you make, and even incoming. So guys, if you are not aware of the fact that even for incoming, telco operators have to pay. So for example, you have a Vodafone number, and if you call Airtel and that answers the call, then Airtel has to pay Vodafone certain amount. That is called as inter-operator usage charge. So incoming and outgoing. In outgoing, there are different legs: STD, ISD, same operator to same operator to different operators, local, likewise. ISD, nobody uses ISD nowadays. ISD calling is going very low. Second is data. When I say data, it's mobile internet. It's 2G, 3G, and 4G packs that we have. Next is VAS, value-added services. I put VAS above roaming because due to current roaming charges that we have, or the TRAI has mandated to lower down the charges of roaming, VAS is actually giving us more revenue. So VAS is nothing but value-added services. Your caller tunes, all those Astro packs, news packs, jokes packs, Santa Banta packs, Sunny Leone packs, all those packs come under VAS packs. Next is roaming. Roaming is categorized into 2 parts. One is national roaming and the other is international roaming. Typically, nobody uses international roaming. They generally take the native SIM card. But national roaming is huge because generally we get around 6 to 6.5% of our total revenue, that is gross service revenue, from roaming. If you look at the structure, those balloons out there, every telecom operator has 23 circles. So entire nation has been divided in 23 parts. So Mumbai and Maharashtra and Goa are 2 different circles, just to give an example. In totality, right now, as we speak, there are 11 operators. I'm not talking about the recent merger that Bharti and Videocon has done, because TRAI has not given any approval on that, so I am not supposed to speak on that. So, next is the total towers that we have. If you look at the total telecom towers, we have around 4 lakh towers pan-India. Some of them are reused. So every month, you won't believe, every month 60 lakh users come on board pan-India on the telecom operators. There are various reasons for that. As we speak and as we go ahead with the presentation, I will cover most of them. So telecom is basically spanned in 2 customer types. One is